I know we all like to pretend that we've got everything under control, but the truth is we all have those battles that we don't really talk about. Those quiet struggles you keep to yourself. The ones that don't really show up on Instagram or in conversations with friends. And I just want you to know that I hope you're winning those battles too. We all carry stories that no one else sees. You know, those late nights you spend overthinking. The early mornings you wake up to get the courage to go outside. Those moments when your mind is your own worst enemy, just whispering doubts all the time. We don't always talk about those battles, maybe because we don't have the words for it, or maybe you were afraid that no one will understand. But they're real. They're just as real as all those visible struggles we share. And if you're fighting those silent wars, I just want you to know that that takes so much courage to keep showing up for life even when you're carrying a weight that no one else can see. To keep smiling even when the world feels heavy. And to keep going even when the road feels endless. And it's really easy to celebrate the loud victories, like the achievements or the milestones. But the quiet victories, like the mornings you got out of bed even when you didn't want to. Or the nights you didn't let your worries win. Those are the victories that really shape who you are. And if no one has told you lately, I just want to tell you that I'm proud of you. I'm proud of the fact that you're still here, you're still trying, still believing that maybe tomorrow could be the better day. And I know that it's not easy. I know that it feels like no one else can see how hard you're working just to hold it all together. But even if I don't know your story, I know that fighting those silent battles is one of the hardest things that you can do. And it is something you should really be proud of. I remember back when I used to live in Kenya, I used to worry so much about the family issues. In school, I would just be smiling, just joking around with my friends. Inside, I was just dying, you know what I mean? Being how young I was, I wish I wasn't really worrying about the family issues like all the other kids. But something that I probably didn't realize back then was that all the other kids were going through the same thing. They probably had their own issues, they were going through something difficult, but they were just not showing it. They were fighting all those silent battles that they weren't really telling anyone about. Similar to how I was struggling and I was just wishing for something else, everyone was doing the same thing. And I just want to say that I'm really proud of you. Looking back at it, some of the problems that I had back then is definitely not the same things that I have right now. But I still struggle every day, no matter how old I am. The things that I don't talk about outside, the things that are only going on within my family. And one thing I would wish for, even for my worst enemies, is that I hope you win all those battles that you don't talk about. I hope you find quiet moments of peace in the chaos. I hope you learn to treat yourself with the same kindness that you offer everyone else. And if today doesn't feel like a victory, that's okay. Some days winning means surviving. It's enough to take a small step forward even if it doesn't feel like much. You're allowed to have days where the only thing that you do is just exist. You know, they say what we go through in the dark shapes who we become in the light. And I believe that. I believe that every quiet battle that you face is teaching you something about who you are, your strength, your resilience. Even if it doesn't feel like now, you're becoming someone who's softer, who's wiser, and more real because of what you're fighting through. It's kind of like similar to working out, right? You don't see the gains right away. You don't gain the muscle in a week or a month. You put in those consistent work. You have those days where you don't feel like you did much, but you still showed up. You still showed up to go to the gym, still work out a little bit, walk around, or go on a treadmill. That still counts. And that's what fighting quiet battles every day means. So keep going, keep fighting, keep showing up for yourself in those quiet moments even when no one else is noticing how hard it is. And if you ever feel like you're fighting alone out here, remember that you're not. There's so many of us out here carrying our own invisible weights, cheering you on in ways that you might never hear. So even if I don't know you, wherever you are in this world, from Seoul, South Korea, I just want to tell you that I hope you win all those battles you don't talk about, because you're worth it. Because you're way stronger than you think. And because your story deserves to have a beautiful ending, the one that you can be proud of. And we need you in this world. I like to play soccer, right? That's my favorite sport. But I usually call it football because I grew up in Kenya. We used to call it football. And the favorite team of mine is Liverpool. And our heartfelt anthem is this song called You'll Never Walk Alone. And I love that phrase. Whatever you do in life, where you go, who you are, what you decide to do, you will never walk alone. You will always have someone that will be rooting for you wherever you go. And there are people out there like myself cheering you on, even if I don't know you. So you got it. I hope you win all those quiet battles that you don't talk about. And you're brave, you're strong, and I'm proud of you for that. Thanks for watching the video, and as I always say, I hope you're doing well wherever you are. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.